what's up everybody? I'm back here, just moved to Atlanta in a new spot. I think we should talk about that Nick and Zack edit that's coming out today, or probably came out already. I edited it. Nick and Zack did all the videography and tricks, obviously. They've probably been making edits longer than most people in Camo. Check out NZ Kendama, the YouTube channel if you haven't. They got some gold on there. They got some real gold. So, before I get into anything, I made a huge mistake starting this. I thought it would be a good idea to edit the whole thing in After Effects because I like using After Effects and I had some ideas for some effects and different things that I thought I could do in After Effects way better than I could do in Premiere, which is true. Like there are certain things that are better. However, the app just isn't optimized to actually handle like lots and lots of live action video. Like if you have like one video and you're doing an effect on it, it's fine. But when you're importing like minutes and minutes and hours of footage, it doesn't work so well. Literally just took so long just like loading footage and like chopping it up. So right here is like all the footage that I had, and you can kind of see like the different names. I kind of tried to organize it. So before I did anything, I went through and looked through all the footage because a big thing about editing other people's projects is it's so tough to know what the actual source material is, like what there actually is to look at and to use. So I went through and just like familiarized myself with everything that I had and chopped up the good parts. Took out all like the setting up the camera and all that, obviously. So I knew what I had to work with, and that's what all this is. So I just had a separate pre-comp just called Spliced with all my source material basically. So the whole structure of the edit is that I think they did 6 tricks, so 2 tricks each on each of the 3 damas. So I kind of wanted to make sure to like separate it between the 3 damas and really showcase the designs because that is what it's about. It's about showing off these really cool designs that Muroka, the main designer at Sweets, if you didn't know, he does like all the V series. Like he did my pro model, he does lots of people's pro models. He's kind of the main guy there, along with Paulson, who does a lot of the graphic design stuff. So my first step was asking Muroka to send me the actual PNGs, of the actual designs. So that was kind of going to be like the main backbone for like just doing the effects and like kind of the main like aesthetic of it all. So I was just going to incorporate that as much as I possibly could, basically. So I started out just intro. This is like what they had to shoot for with all 3 of them. So I decided to go with that, and I kind of like this like shaky start where it's kind of like it's kind of rough, and then it goes into the smooth stuff. Just kind of a little wave warp effect on the Nick and Zack title, just to give it a little more flair. Classic mirroring effect right here. So these are just some masks, just like that, some feather, keeping it pretty simple. And then another like shaky transition thing, and then into this stuff. Just some quick B-roll shots to get the vibes going. Added some weird like pixel overlays. I'm sure that's just time displacement. So time displacement to the pixel background thing. Blah, 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 boring, normal editing, blah, blah, just some like random overlays. This one's pretty straightforward. It's literally just a mask. You can see, I wanted to like frame the shots and not be too overpowering, so that's what I did, just 2 of those, and then there's the other one, mask right there. Thought this would be a nice like cut into the actual edit, because I picked out the song by Polo Epon, a French electronic EDM chill kind of music. And then it goes into this title screen. I like the font. It's like mint tiger stripes, so it's like tiger stripes, so I decided to bring in the oranges and yellows of a tiger. And then Zack's insane trick. Yes, and then like again, just kind of incorporating these tiger stripe patterns. They were really good about filming a big, nice tripod shot, always nicely composed and everything. And I think almost every single trick, maybe every single trick, they would also give me a close-up follow cam version. Again, they're experienced edit makers, they know how to do it. It's always good to have 2 angles just in case one doesn't work out or if you need slow-mo or anything. So I just incorporated that. I added a wiggle effect on the position, just super slight right here. Just wiggle, so it's wiggling once per second, 20 frames. And it's really hard to tell, but it kind of just like moves around a little bit, just a super subtle motion. I didn't want everything to be so static. And then this is like some alpha and luma mats on these tiger stripes. So I kind of like on the beat went between alpha and luma and like keyed out the black or the green or something. That's the other thing. I edited this a month ago because they were supposed to come out a long time ago, but production is slowed in China because of COVID and just everything's backed up and all that. So yeah, this has been done for a while, and that's why I don't exactly remember everything. Like that. This trick, can we talk about this trick? It's so clean, and why the did he do another triple tap after the first triple tap and then the triple spike tap. Nick, you're insane. Really nice shot. I love kind of like the overcast lighting. The contrast is like perfect. You can see everything so well. And I wanted to show off the close-up of the triple tap. Again, trying to be creative with the cutaways. I don't want to make it just like classic trick, slow-mo cutaway, back to the trick, getting the in, move on. So again, this is another Luma matte type deal, or alpha inverted matte. And then I added color ramp to make it orange type thing, kind of this orange and blue composition I thought was really nice. And I thought you could see the trick enough. If you focus on the right part, you can see that he's doing a triple spike tap. Another like interesting composition, again, just playing with the greens and the blues and the oranges and kind of the subtle pattern behind it. These are like scaling up to the beat. Showing his smirk. Look at this dude. Ready when it loads. Ah, look at that. He's so hyped. Kind of a funky transition. This is actually two different shots, but I made it look like a pan. Just with some masks and flipping. Kind of like indicate that we're moving from the tiger stripe to the digi camo. This was kind of a fun one to make. This is using time displacement. Again, if we didn't have it, the time displacement, it would just be normal. But we're mapping this time displacement thing to pixel map. I talked about that in one of my other videos. Did I? Oh, I never released that. So, quick breakdown of time displacement. The most basic form is you have this gradient, top to bottom, black to white, right? Black would be, say, a second behind, depending on what you set the displacement to. White would be a second ahead, and middle gray would be in time. So basically, you take whatever video you want, and you map it to that. So that layer is on top of the gradient, and then it kind of makes it so the top layers will be ahead and the bottom layers will be behind, so you get this really trippy effect. So what I did was map it to a black and white version of the pixel PNG that we've been talking about. This, so that it would kind of read these as gray values. Therefore, as this letter is moving with my wiggle position right here, it would be moving, but then certain parts would be half a second behind is what I went with. I hope that made sense. I explained that so bad. I'm sorry. Boom, crazy trick again. And then for this was like weirdly tedious. No, not weirdly tedious. This was very tedious and didn't even look that cool. I hope you guys like it, because I don't know. I was kind of disappointed about it. But it's literally just this very intricate mask. So if we zoom in there, there's just a bunch of hold keyframes of different versions of this mask. And then I decided to do it one more time. I used the same mask, I just scaled it down to kind of show off the Dama, and again, his reaction, similar to what I did with Nick's clip. Again, just keeping cohesion throughout, kind of this main theme and editing style is always important. Funny story about this trick, apparently it's a 6 sling jug 6 sling, and the whole time I was editing, I don't know why it didn't count, but I thought it was 5 jug 5. And I was literally about to put in like some weird like numbers or something, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jug, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that would have been kind of a disaster, because it would have been wrong and people would have been very confused. But it's a 6 jug 6, which is crazy because it's just a single juggle. Beautiful shot, beautiful tracking by Zack, I assume. Again, wanted to show his reaction and kind of a slow-mo version, so you can kind of choose what to look at. If you're like, oh, was that 6? You look over on the left side of the screen. And if you're like, wow, I wonder if he liked that trick. I wonder if he was part of that trick. You look on the right side of the screen, you know? Now we're having fun with it. Pixelized borders, you know how it goes. Sweets Classic Camo. Reminds me of like a Bape pattern, I think. I don't know much about Bape, but I think that's a thing. Wanted to bring in that kind of like vintagey camo feel with this. I think it's literally just a sepia tint. Just look at this whole timeline. This is what I'm dealing with, you guys. So chaotic. And within each of these are more chaotic things going on. It's why you don't always edit in After Effects. It's great, lots of cool tools, but stuff like this, a lot of it's not necessary. Yeah, it's kind of like camo overlay thing. Again, a mask to make it feel a little more random instead of just like a box, you know? And that's just a Luma inverted map thing. Look at, I literally called the layer Vape 2. Nick was so disappointed that Zack just went in, and like, you can just hear the disappointment in Nick's face, like, wait, what? But you know, that's how edits go. You need to get the tricks done, so you just gotta settle sometimes. I just went in, the beat was out. Poor Zack. I like these compositions again too. Another great shot, really like the depth in it. You can see the road going through and the power lines. Great lighting. Gallagher's know how to set up a shot, I'm telling you. They can film tricks, they can land tricks, and they can set up shots. What more could you want? And again, this is one of those times where it's just so perfect to have to end on a beat drop and kind of, you always want to find a clip to like put a cap on the end of an edit. You don't want to just have a trick and it's done. So then when the titles come, it's BAM! This was a fun project. I haven't done a full edit in a while because I've just been like too into Instagram and I don't like it. I want to do another full edit. I'm just needing an idea. I'll do more of these if you guys like them. I might take YouTube more seriously. I feel like I don't know, I like these types of videos. Maybe I'll, dare I say, do some vlogs. I don't know about that, but definitely these editing walkthroughs, and I have some other videos that are in the process where I'm going to do more of like behind the scenes as we're doing them, instead of just walking through them after the fact. So yeah, that's the plan. Subscribe or like or comment, whatever people say, and see you in the next one.